Hello my angling friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into the fishing conditions for Thursday, the 8th of January 2026, across our beautiful island. And let me tell you, this day is shaping up to be a classic winter fishing challenge, one that promises rewards for those who know where to look and what to throw. I'm going to give you the inside scoop on how to turn a cold winter's day into a hot fishing session, so stick around, because by the end of this, you'll know exactly how to make the most of your time on the water. This particular day, friends, holds a certain intrigue with some challenging weather, but potential glimmers of hope for specific species. Let's get right into the heart of the matter, what's biting and where to find them. Based on the conditions, this day definitely favors the patient and prepared angler. First up, and always a winter favorite, is the Pike. These freshwater predators don't mind the cold one bit. On the 8th of January, they'll be actively cruising the larger lofts and slower-moving rivers across Ireland. My experience tells me to focus on deeper water, particularly along drop-offs, any remaining weed beds that still offer cover, and submerged features like old river bends or sunken trees. Why there? Because the colder water pushes their prey into more stable, deeper zones, and pike follow. For tackle, a sturdy spinning rod with a medium-heavy action is ideal. Think big, soft plastics around 6 to 8 inches retrieved slowly along the bottom. Dead baits like sardines or mackerel, fished on a ledger rig in deeper spots, can also be incredibly effective. Let the bait do the work, friends. Slow and steady wins the race with winter pike. Next, for those dedicated and brave enough, we have the majestic Atlantic salmon, specifically the early-running springers. January 1st traditionally marks the opening of the salmon season on a handful of Ireland's iconic rivers, such as the Drowse in the northwest. These fish are true fighters and are often some of the largest of the season. You'll need to target deeper pools and runs, especially those with good holding water after any recent rains. Fly fishing with heavy flies or spinning with classic salmon lures like a Toby or Flying Sea can be productive. The key here, from my experience, is immense patience and a deep understanding of your chosen river. These early fish are often just moving through, so it's all about being in the right place at the right time. Finally, for my sea angling companions, cod and whiting are definitely on the cards along the Irish coast. The relatively warmer sea temperatures around our coasts, thanks to the Gulf Stream, mean these coastal opportunities are always there, even in the depths of winter. Cod fishing can be excellent, especially on the south coast after a good storm has stirred up the seabed. Whiting are readily available from beaches, head to sandy beaches or rocky headlands, particularly where there's a good surf running. Simple bottom rigs with lugworm, ragworm, or strips of mackerel are your best bet. A little trick: try a cocktail bait, combining a piece of squid with a lugworm for extra scent and appeal. The colder water means they will be less active, so a good scent trail is absolutely crucial to draw them in. Now let's break down the conditions that are shaping our day on the 8th of January. Weather. We're looking at a classic Irish winter's day. Air temperatures will be quite chilly, with highs around 2 to 4 degrees Celsius and overnight lows possibly dropping below freezing, down to -2 degrees Celsius. We're expecting a significant amount of rain, around 17.5 millimeters, which could make conditions a bit wet and wild. Atmospheric pressure is looking stable to slightly declining, which, while not ideal, can be manageable for predators. The cold air, coupled with the potential for low pressure, means fish will generally be less active and holding in deeper water. Water temperature. The sea temperature around Dublin in January typically hovers around 9 degrees Celsius, with inland lofts and rivers being much colder, likely in the range of 4 to 7 degrees Celsius. This is a critical factor. Fish metabolism is directly tied to water temperature, making slow, deep tactics essential. Moon phase. On the 8th of January 2026, the moon will be in its waning gibbous phase. It will be about 70% illuminated and is roughly 20 days old, about 5 days past the full moon. Popular fishing lore often suggests that the bite can slow a bit in the waning gibbous phase, especially as it moves further from the full moon's peak activity. However, stable pressure can sometimes offset this for predatory species, so it's certainly a factor, but not the only one. Overall fish activity. Given the cold air temperatures, significant rain, and the waning moon, overall fish activity across Ireland will be on the capricious to average side for the 8th of January. The cold temperatures will generally slow things down, but the stable to low pressure offers a glimmer of hope. Predatory species like pike and early salmon, along with hardy sea species, are still very much catchable if you adapt your tactics. The fish are in their winter holding patterns, feeding but not voraciously. The key, my friends, is to slow down your presentation, be prepared for subtle takes, and fish those deeper, more stable environments. It's a day for the patient and prepared angler, but those who put in the effort could be handsomely rewarded. So, my friends, while Thursday, the 8th of January 2026, isn't going to be a throw a line anywhere and catch fish kind of day, it's certainly not one to stay home from. With the right tactics, plenty of patience and a bit of determination, you could land a fantastic winter specimen. I wish you all tight lines and glorious catches. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Give this video a big thumbs up if you found it helpful, and tell me in the comments below. What are your go-to winter fishing tactics in Ireland? Have you had any memorable January catches? Share your observations and let's build this community together. Until next time, stay safe out there and may your lines be ever tight.